All right, day 23, leg day, Sunday. Got a brunch reservation at 2, so can't be lollygagging at the gym. Not that I usually do, but I like to take my time sometimes, you know? Especially if I hit the sauna. Sometimes, it takes 35 minutes in there. That time adds up. Plus, I don't know, I like to give myself 2 hours. Like, from the moment I exit the door, it takes me about 2 hours to finish, like, a full workout on average. But leg days always deserve a little more love. Well, I've always given them a little more love, as you can tell. So, leg days on average like 2.5 hours, sometimes 3. Back in my powerlifting days, I'll be there for like 4. But back in my powerlifting days, I was also lollygagging a lot. I'd be talking for like 5-10 minutes. I guess I've always been a certified yapper. I just never knew, huh? Anywho. Pre-workout's made. Had some good rest last night. Got a good 8.5 hours of sleep, which is great. Or I don't know if it was 8.5, maybe 7.5, but that's still great, Really good amount of sleep. I feel well rested. My neck still feels a little off. I might need to go get something, not like a chiropractor. I don't believe in that shit. But some like a deep tissue massage at some point would be pretty good. So yeah, day 22. Let's get this shit on the road. I'll see y'all at the gym. All right, start off with the jump rope. I've learned how to do this right here where I swing it around myself and then bring it under my feet. I thought it was pretty cool. Thought I could share that before I step right into hamstrings. Today was a hamstring focused leg day because last split it was quad focused. I felt a little twinge in my not my right knee, but right shin. My left shin, upper left shin. Felt a little odd. So, I'm not sure why that is. Could just be overwork. But next couple of days of rest should be good. I'm not gonna be doing anything lower body wise for at least another 5 days, 6 days. So yeah. But hamstrings started out pretty good. Just carrying along with the theme of the last 2 days, I was able to reach a good connection or mind-muscle connection within the first couple sets, which is always an amazing thing. I warmed up. Mind you, all the videos today are just going to be of the main sets. I've done a warm-up set before each set that you're seeing. Some of them might just be the last set of the workout. Not gonna post a bunch of videos of just me bent over with my ass out. So take that as you will. But yeah, I think the main movements for each should be enough to get the gist of what I'm working on here. I started with, after I did the warm-up on the hamstrings for 2 sets, I came over and did 3 sets on quad extensions, 1 warm-up set, 2 main sets at a decent weight. I think I started at 160. As you can tell, I'm wearing myself out pretty well here. I think we went from 160 for however much to 870 for 6, just to get that extra squeeze. I noticed that when I activate my core for quad extensions, I feel a much better pump at the at the heads of my quads. By the heads I mean I'm talking about um, the quad inserts closest to the knee. Uh, the connection there was amazing. Then I move over to adductors and abductors. I only did one set here. Um, I know that at the beginning of the split, I started at 40 pounds with, like, the first couple reps, I would have pain in the internal, I think that's called the abductor, in the abductor movement, this one that I'm doing right here. And now I'm able to hit 70 and very little pain, if at all, within the first couple reps. So that's a really good improvement. I'm enjoying that. I'm able to feel this a little better, and when I'm walking around or if I slip or something, I don't feel the pain in my adductor like I used to. Like when Nala pulls me when we're running around Rock Creek, um, I'm not feeling as much tension there. So that's a really good thing. Progress. Any chance to acknowledge the progress that I made so far is always a good chance. I'll take that any day of the week. Uh, Moving over to adductors, that moved well as usual. I've never had an issue with the outside movements just because I'm so quad dominant, and quad and glute dominant in comparison to my hamstrings. So this movement has always been relatively comfortable. Never had any issues in that. But of course, to compensate for that, I do a few more reps just so I can get that full activation going. Uh, just because it feels good. Just because I'm trying to prioritize the abductors in this dual movement doesn't mean I'm ignoring the adductors. Or doing less on the adductors. If anything, I should be doing a little more just because they feel good, right? There's no injury that I need to be worried about. Um, with abductors, on the other hand, the inside movement that requires a lot more work. Anywho, um, so we move from abductors to I'm not sure what I would call this. Uh, this movement, I need to figure out the name, but it's a hinge movement that focuses on the hamstrings. What I'm doing here is I'm driving my hip into the pad in order and bringing my while curling my back in order to maximize the extension in the hamstring and glutes. And while I'm bringing up, I'm squeezing my hamstring and glutes in order to tear down the muscle fibers within the hamstrings. The primary muscle group here that's being attacked is the hamstrings, of course. But a bonus part is the glutes as well. And I know a lot of guys have this predisposition that they shouldn't be working glutes, but trust me, having a flat ass is never a good thing. You should always work your glutes. They cover your ass. They cover a lot of important parts of your body. So if you want to live a life with sores and stuff on your ass, by all means, but work your glutes. You should always work your glutes. You should work every part of your body. Don't just focus on one. It doesn't make sense to do that. You're not like a cartoon character to have that sort of imbalance. It just looks dumb. It does not look good at all. Anywho, I did that movement for 3 sets with the drop set each set with my body weight, and moved over to single arm RDLs, straight leg RDLs, with the accompanying foot elevated. That way I can isolate the hamstring a little more on the leg that I'm working. I like this movement a lot to round out the hamstring movement. This adds that little extra bit of extension at the bottom, because on the previous movement I feel it really well in the middle of my hamstrings, but this movement here, the straight leg RDL, kind of reinforces the lower part, the tendons and all that. It's less glute focused, but the focus here is you want to keep your hips or your hinge is at your hip point, not at your knees, nowhere else. So you'll notice that my hips are coming or pushing forward while I'm bringing the weight. See right there, my hip is causing the movement. That's why I'm able to maintain that straight leg there, because that the hip movement is integral to uh, focusing your hamstrings for this exercise. Uh, I did like 3 sets of this. I think 2 or 3 sets. I think two sets of this for 16 reps on each side, 14, 16 reps on each side. This was just to add on top, a little cherry on top for the hamstrings. Of course, I did hamstring curls. Then I did the other movement, hyperextension. I think that's what it's called. And then straight leg RDLs, single arm. And then we moved over to posing. You can't really see it too well here, but posing looked pretty good too. A little bit of quad movement, always a good fun time. Hamstrings are coming in very nicely. I'm liking the rounded movements, the rounded look to it. You can see that here. I feel like after being quad dominant for so long, seeing that little bit of hamstring come out, it's just nice to see, you know? But I'll forever be quad dominant. I worked on them for too long to not forever be quad dominant, but it's okay. Um, the point, this pose right here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to push it out by squeezing my leg against the supporting leg. That's how it's supposed to bring the hamstring out. But I'm still figuring that how to do that out properly. Um, that guy always walks around. I don't know. Anyway, back to this. I feel like my right quads look a little more well defined than my left quads, but I feel like my left quad has a little more feathering in it, if that makes any sense. Anywho, I also feel like my left hamstring is a little thicker than my right hamstring. Might just be, I mean, which is odd because I've had most of my injuries on my left hamstring. But I digress. You know, I'll take it as they come. Honestly, a great leg day, solid way to round out the week, and a great way to set up for the week to come. Anyways, I had a great day. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.